Salim Singh did not ask for the chief's daughter's hand in marriage. He demanded her. He declared that she must be delivered to his palace to become his concubine. He gave the village chief a horrifying ultimatum: surrender the girl before the next full moon, or watch his army march on Kuldhara, slaughter every man, enslave the women, and reduce their beautiful village to ash. To ensure they complied, he placed armed guards at the village gates. The village chief was devastated. In their culture, surrendering her daughter to a tyrant was the ultimate dishonor, a fate worse than death itself. But resisting Salim Singh's military might meant certain annihilation for his people. The chief was trapped between the sword of a tyrant and the honor of his ancestry. The fate of 1,500 lives rested on a choice that had to be made in absolute secrecy.
To fight is suicide. To stay is dishonor. We must summon the chiefs, all 84 villages. A plan of breathtaking defiance. We leave together. Agreed, we go.
Under the cover of a moonless night, messengers slipped past Salim Singh's guards through secret desert pathways. They carried a desperate summons to the chiefs of all 84 sister villages of the Paliwal community. The leaders gathered in a secret chamber in Kuldhara, illuminated by a single, flickering oil lamp. They debated their options through the night. To fight was suicide. To stay was dishonor. Together, they agreed on a plan of breathtaking defiance. On the night before the full moon, when Salim Singh's guards fell asleep, the mass exodus began. 1,500 people from Kuldhara, along with the entire populations of the 84 surrounding villages, totaling tens of thousands of people, quietly walked out of their homes. They carried only what they could fit on their backs. Mothers held their breath, fathers guided the elderly, and in total, chilling silence, an entire civilization walked into the freezing desert night. The scale of this migration is almost impossible to comprehend. How did tens of thousands of people, including infants and the elderly, move across the treacherous desert in complete silence without alerting a single guard? They took no carts. They left their valuable livestock behind to prevent noise. And they walked step by step into the dark wasteland, completely vanishing into the shifting sands before the first light of dawn. It was a sacrifice of biblical proportions. They abandoned the massive wealth they had accumulated over 7 centuries, their beautifully engineered homes, and the land of their ancestors, all to protect the honor of a single girl and the dignity of their clan. As they walked, they knew they could never return. They were turning their backs on their history, stepping forward into a completely unknown and dangerous future. When Salim Singh's army arrived at dawn to claim the chief's daughter, they were met with a silence that chilled them to the bone. They burst through the village gates, swords drawn, only to find a massive ghost town. The streets were empty. The homes were vacant. The cooking fires were still smoldering, but there was not a single human soul left to claim. 84 villages had simply evaporated into the morning mist. But the Paliwals did not leave Kuldhara as a gift for Salim Singh or any future settlers. Before the village chief took his final step across the town's border, he turned back to the empty homes and cast a dark, powerful curse upon the land. He declared that Kuldhara would remain barren forever, and that anyone who ever attempted to settle within its boundaries or spend a night among the ruins would face a sudden, unnatural, and violent death. For over 200 years, that curse has held its grip on Kuldhara. Over the decades, several brave families and greedy travelers attempted to rebuild the village and claim the abandoned sandstone homes. However, local legends state that every single person who tried to sleep inside the ruins either died mysteriously before morning, vanished without a trace, or fled in absolute terror. Speaking of unseen forces that choked them in their sleep. In recent years, Kuldhara has become a hotbed for paranormal investigators. Those who visit the ruins after sunset report a heavy, suffocating atmosphere. Visitors speak of a sudden, unnatural drop in temperature the moment they cross the village boundaries. Others claim to hear the faint, echoing sound of children laughing, women whispering in ancient dialects, and the eerie, rhythmic jingling of traditional anklets echoing through the empty, roofless streets.